Anderson County Sheriff has a new deputy. Our Sheriff Chad McBride has even named him Officer of the Year. But who is this new officer tasked with financial crime investigations? Meet Nizar Hams.
Community has been hammered, physically attacked.
Showing worshippers how to fend off an attacker.
Is this guy not preparing Muslims for physical combat with Americans right here in America? That's what it looks like to me.
Extremely effective.
Within the last...
It's gonna hurt really bad.
Members of this small mosque near Miami received training in dealing with threats.
Safety is about being aware, having a plan, and having practiced that plan.
My father is a Lebanese immigrant. I went South Florida, specifically in Fort Lauderdale. My father's plant, Uniflex, in mid-2000s relocated from South Florida to Anderson. I was involved a lot in different community organizations in the community, down in South Florida.
And when he says he was involved with a lot of organizations within the community, he's referring to CARE and the Muslim Brotherhood Federation. He served as executive director of CARE in Florida, an organization the FBI has linked to funneling money and other resources to Islamic terror groups such as Hamas, which is based in Lebanon. And where did his parents immigrate from? Lebanon. Suspicious much. In fact, what could be more strategically perfect for an Islamic funding operative?
Met a colonel at the Broward Sheriff's Office, joined the Broward Sheriff's Office, numbers-driven part of that industry.
And that came to you naturally?
Yeah, it just came to me naturally. So, looking at profit and loss statements, researching accounts, looking at where money's going. So that's something that I just did naturally.
I think he is replacing regularly or professionally with the word naturally. This guy served as the executive director of a terrorist money laundering operation known as CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations.
And was very good at it. A money mule, right? Somebody that was unwilling, unknowing to a different state.
Given that Hamas is on the U.S. State Department list of foreign terrorist organizations, and given that it is illegal to finance Hamas from the United States, and given that in both 2007 and 2008, the United States Justice Department named the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE, as a party to the financing of Hamas, and given that CARE was found to have been raising funds on its website for the terrorist charity, the Holy Land Foundation for Relief and Development, and given that CARE, when it was founded in June of 1994, as a part of Musa Abu Marzouk's American Palestine Committee, Marzouk being at the time the global head of Hamas, given all of those things, wouldn't it make sense that CARE would be shut down inside the United States?
Yes!
Opportunity that came in criminal investigations, I started. And because I like to read, I just read and almost memorized the Florida state statute when it comes to economic crimes. It has the authority to seize the money. The first time that I presented a seizure warrant to a judge, all of the judges, could be the circuit court judge or summary court judges, depending on the jurisdiction. They looked at me like I was foreign, like what is this? How are we doing this? And it was just a matter of, education and reading and going over, the law with them. And like, Your Honor, I'm very, very respectful with any of our judiciary. And, Your Honor, this is the law in the books. Let me read it to you. This is it here. And every single one of them was like, you're right. We can.
Wait, what did he just say?
The first time he presented a seizure warrant to all of Anderson County's judges, both circuit and summary court, their expressions betrayed disbelief, as though they were too ignorant to read and understand the law themselves. It quickly became a matter of, education. He literally taught our judges the statutes by reading the law aloud, all the while remaining polite and respectful, essentially kissing their asses. Now he brags that he instructed every judge in the county and they obeyed him. He is neither a law school graduate nor a member of the bar. He earned his GED in 1992 and once worked for CarMax. This man is a proud supporter of Islamic Sharia law. In Florida, he was condemned and cast out by his community for refusing to renounce his allegiance to Sharia, an allegiance that directly contradicts the U.S. Constitution. Forced to flee, he has arrived in what he calls the nice town of Anderson, South Carolina, where he openly mocks our judicial system by reading the law to judges despite his lack of formal training, just a GED-educated officer. He seems to think we welcome him here as he ignores the Constitution, digging up workarounds to advance his radical terroristic ideology within our community. We need to wake up and pay attention. This is corruption of the most dangerous kind, and it's happening right here in the small town of Anderson, South Carolina.
Congratulations on your for deciding.
Help fight Islamic terrorism. Visit www.americansagainst.hate.org.
Wouldn't that be interesting that the executive director of CARE for South Florida is standing behind you? No, I gotta tell you something. We have to, it's the truth. And I think that when Representative Peter King has his investigative hearings, we've got to, peel this onion back, and we've got to protect the American people. We cannot leave gaps by which we can be exposed. And I think that when you look at the legal jihad, the financial jihad, all the things that are happening, homegrown jihad is a serious issue that we have to deal with. The fact that Major Nadal Malik Hassan has still not been brought to trial.
Right, unbelievable.
That's heinous. It pretty much is. And when you read the report, it doesn't say anything about the influence of, radical Islam, jihadism, Muslim extremism, nothing. It basically is workplace violence. A major who went, postal. That's really what it said. So, remember what I said, the reality of your enemy must become your own, or it eventually will. And, when tolerance becomes a one-way street, it leads to cultural suicide.
Yep.
And I will tell my friend to the back, I don't have anything against him. I want him to freely practice his beliefs and religion in this country. I went to Desert Shield, Desert Storm. I went to Iraq. I went to Afghanistan. I helped 3 Afghan interpreter translators to relocate here to the United States of America. One of them, because he said he didn't want to live in Afghanistan because he didn't want his son to stay there and not have a future. And I did everything to move him there. But I will not allow anyone to subvert the Constitution of the United States or destroy the United States. How you doing? You back. What did you bring here? You brought a book.
Good to see you again.
Pleasure.
It's the Quran.
Yeah, it is. You recently told the Marine that the terrorists that attacked the United States and the people that are attacking America are following Islam. And they are following the instruction of the Quran. So, very simple question. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I'm not going to comment on Mr. Kaufman's basic accusation. Can you show me one verse in this Quran where it says to attack America, attack Americans, or attack innocent people?
Well, of course it doesn't say attack America or attack Americans. The book was written back, somewhere in the 8th or 9th century, so America wasn't even around to say attack America. But you do have the verse of the sword that is in there, and there is talk about killing infidels. Look, we don't have time to sit here and go through this. This is a losing proposition. From 622 AD.
Congressman, real fast. I tried to
It's the truth is out there. 622 AD on. The Nakba raid, it didn't happen. 628, Battle of the Trenches. 3,000 Jewish men were slaughtered. 732 AD, the Battle of Tours.
Keep it up.
Muhammad's first wife. But something happened when Muhammad enacted the Hijrah. And he left Mecca and he went out to Medina. It became violent. Now you explain it to me. Major Hassan was shouting Allahu Akbar. The people that flew those planes in the building shouting Allahu Akbar. I've been on the battlefield, my friend. Okay? Don't try to blow sunshine up my butt and tell me.
That's your question.
That was it.
Gaddafi's looking for you.
Thank you. Mr. West, may I respond to you?
Takia alert.
Yeah. Takia.
I am ashamed
Yes, please.
to be here with all of these people. When you attack Islam, you attack...
You attack. Get out of here. Yeah!
I went to Muslim countries to defend the freedom of Muslim people. Don't come up here and try to criticize me. Put the microphone down and go home.
Thank you. Thank you, Wes. Thank you.
Help fight Islamic terrorism. Visit www.americansagainst.hate.org.
What I do want to do is get my questions answered, and when CARE inserts itself...
I know that not every Muslim is a jihadist, but all the jihadists seem to be Muslims.
Joyce Kaufman has been on talk radio in South Florida for more than 20 years. A hot topic these days is a man named Nizar Hamzy. He's the regional director of CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. He's also a sheriff's deputy of Broward County.
Anybody in this country who's afraid to have a conversation about Islam.
Kaufman says Deputy Hamzy wasn't properly vetted, given his connection to CARE, and wants him gone from the police department.
Let me tell you about a man who once ran a money laundering operation down in South Florida. He became too exposed, too controversial for the community in Broward County. Ultimately, they wanted him out. They rejected him for who he is and what he represents. Now that same individual, Nizar Hamzy, has quietly relocated to Anderson County, and incredibly, he's now working in financial crime investigations. Of all things, he's now positioned to influence the very system he once appeared to work against. Even more concerning, he's reportedly advising our local judges, and they're listening to him. So I ask you, who exactly is Nizar Hamzy, and why is he being given so much power in our community? Yes, you heard that correctly. This is for everyone living in Anderson, South Carolina. Your own sheriff's department has placed a known supporter of terrorist-linked activities in a position of authority.